Look at yourself. Really look. Not the version you show the world, the version you hide when no one is watching. Are you satisfied? Are you happy with the excuses you tell yourself? The half-hearted effort, the comfort you wrap around your weakness like a blanket? Stop lying. Stop hiding. Stop pretending you're doing enough. Because right now, right here, you're mediocre. And mediocrity will never, ever respect you back. You've built a life around comfort. You wake up late. You scroll endlessly. You avoid the pain that makes you stronger. And all the while, your potential rots quietly inside you. Imagine chains around your mind, silent, invisible, unyielding. Every excuse you make, every moment you waste, another link wraps tighter, holding you prisoner of your own weakness. You think you're free, but you're not. You're trapped in soft mediocrity, and you don't even see it. But here's the truth. Freedom is never given. Strength is never given. You earn it, and you earn it in pain, in discipline, in suffering that most people run from. For the next hour, you're going to do something most people won't even imagine. You're going to train your mind, push past every comfort, shatter every excuse. And by the end of this hour, you won't be the same. Not physically, not mentally, not spiritually. You'll see what it feels like to confront weakness and crush it. Picture a soldier standing alone at dawn. The mission seems impossible. The wind cuts like knives. Every step hurts. Every muscle screams. And yet, he doesn't stop. He doesn't waver. That soldier is you. And the enemy, not the storm, not the battlefield, not the obstacles. The enemy is your own mind. Those chains, that voice telling you to quit, that voice telling you it's too hard. Today, we break it all. Today, we face the brutal truth. And after this, you will never be the same. Inside you, there's a beast, a version of yourself that never quits, never makes excuses, never tolerates weakness. And right now, it's asleep, buried under comfort, buried under fear, buried beneath every lie you've told yourself to feel safe. Every skipped workout, every snooze of the alarm, every half-hearted attempt you called good enough, each of those choices built another wall around it, another chain that held your potential hostage. And yet, it's still there, waiting for you to stop running, waiting for you to stop hiding, waiting for you to face yourself without flinching. The question is simple, are you ready? Because if you're not, nothing will change. You'll keep living in mediocrity, wondering why your life never matches the fire you feel inside. Your mind is the cage. The bars are your self-doubt, your laziness, your fear, your comfort. The bars are the voice inside that says, it's too late, you'll fail, you can't handle it. That voice has been lying to you for years, and every time you listen, it grows stronger. Every time you let it dictate your choices, it tightens those chains. And here's the brutal truth. No one else is coming to break them for you. No one will open the door. Not your friends, not your family, not your job. Only you hold the key, and until you use it, the beast remains caged, waiting, silent, but alive. So here's the first step. Brutal honesty. Right now, name the excuses you've been hiding behind. Name them all. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. It's too hard. Say them out loud in your mind, because until you face them, they will continue to control you. They will continue to dictate the life you live, the life you settle for, the life you pretend is enough. And none of it is. The beast inside is not gentle. It is fire. It is rage. It is hunger. And it will only awaken when you stop lying to yourself. It will awaken when you stare into the mirror and see everything you've avoided, the fear, the weakness, the moments you chose comfort over greatness. That is where personal accountability begins, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. It begins right now, right here. The moment you accept full ownership of your life, your choices, and your failures, the chains start to break. Picture it, a wild animal, restrained, pacing behind invisible bars. It is powerful, relentless, hungry, untamed. That animal is your potential. It is your mental toughness, your resilience, your discipline. And the cage, you built it. Every moment you chose ease over effort, every time you quit before the fight began, every time you said enough is good enough, you forged another link. But the key has always been in your hands, and you are the only one who can turn it. Ask yourself, how long will you keep it locked away? How long will you continue to hide from yourself, to shrink, to settle? Are you willing to let fear and laziness define you, or are you finally ready to feed that beast? Because feeding it is not easy. Feeding it means confronting your weaknesses head on. Feeding it means staring into discomfort until it becomes familiar. Feeding it means doing the work that no one else will do, when no one is watching, every single day, without fail. Feel the restlessness rising in your chest, that tension, that dissatisfaction, that frustration with who you've been. That is the beast calling. And if you ignore it, it will devour you from the inside. But if you answer, if you listen, if you act, it will make you unstoppable. It will give you strength you've never imagined. It will make excuses meaningless. It will turn fear into fuel. So stop hiding, stop waiting, stop rationalizing. The beast is awake now. You can feel it pacing, gnashing, roaring, ready to break free. The only question left is, will you open the door? Will you step into the fire, confront the discomfort, and reclaim the part of yourself you left chained? Or will you step back and continue living in a life of quiet desperation? Right now, make a choice. Right now, turn the key. Feed the beast with accountability, with honesty, with discipline. Feed it until it cannot be contained. And from here, there is no turning back. Once it awakens, once the fire starts, once the chains shatter, you will never settle for less again. You will never allow excuses to define you. You will become the relentless force you were always meant to be. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Every second that passes is gone forever. No rewind, no reset. Every moment you waste, every excuse you cling to, every tiny justification you whisper to yourself, those are grains of sand slipping through your fingers, disappearing into nothingness. And the brutal truth? Most people don't even notice. They sit in their comfort, scrolling, watching their lives vanish while thinking they're still in control. But you're not most people. Not anymore. You've awakened the beast. And now, every second matters. Every single moment is a choice. Will you let it slip away in distraction, or will you grab it, own it, and bend it to your will? The difference between mediocrity and greatness is not talent. It's not luck. It's how you use your time. It's how you grind when no one is watching. It's the small, brutal daily actions that compound, that accumulate into unstoppable momentum. Ask yourself, how many hours have you wasted telling yourself you'll start tomorrow? How many mornings have passed where the alarm went off and you hit snooze, convincing yourself you needed rest when the truth is you were too comfortable to fight? That comfort is a cage, just like your old excuses. Every time you choose ease over effort, your potential shrinks, your dreams fade, and the life you could have had slips further from reach. Owning your time is not about scheduling your day perfectly. It's not about making lists or setting goals that die in your notebook. It's about total, ruthless accountability. Every second you spend watching something meaningless, scrolling through endless feeds, indulging in passive entertainment, that's a second stolen from your future. That's a second where the beast inside you could be fed, where your mental toughness could grow, where you could have earned dominance over your own life. Visualize it. An athlete alone in the darkness before sunrise. The world sleeps, the streets are empty, the gym is quiet, and there he is, lifting, running, sweating, pushing himself beyond pain, beyond comfort, beyond fear. Every rep, every stride, every drop of blood and sweat is a moment he owns. He controls it. That time belongs to him and no one can take it. By the time the world wakes, he has already won hours they will never get back. And that is the edge. That is how you become relentless. Small actions, repeated relentlessly, compound into invincible momentum. It's not the one big moment of glory that defines you. It's the thousands of small victories nobody sees. The hour you spent pushing your limits while others watch TV, the morning you ran when everyone else slept, the extra set, the extra mile, the extra minute you refused to quit. That's how dominance is built. One brutal choice after another, every day for years. Time is your currency, and discipline is how you spend it. Spend wisely. Spend aggressively. Excuses are time thieves. Laziness is a robber that steals hours while you look away, and if you let them, they'll rob you of your life itself. You have to be vigilant. You have to treat every minute as precious, because it is. Every tick of the clock is an opportunity to feed the beast inside, to push yourself further, to edge closer to the person you were meant to be. Every second you waste is a step backward, a betrayal of your potential. This is not comfortable. This is not easy. This is the part most people avoid. But comfort is the enemy. Mediocrity is the enemy. And if you want to dominate your life, if you want to wake up every day and feel unstoppable, you have to fight for your time. You have to claim it like a battlefield. Wake before the world does. Work while others sleep. Sacrifice entertainment for endurance. Make every second an investment in yourself. Ask yourself now, what could you accomplish if every second mattered? If you stopped letting excuses run your schedule, if you trained your mind and body relentlessly while the rest of the world dozed, that is the life of the disciplined. That is how the beast stays fed. That is how small, consistent action compounds into unstoppable momentum that no one and no circumstance, no challenge can take from you. Every moment is yours to seize. Every second is a weapon. Own them. Own yourself. Own your life. Because when you do, nothing, no one, no weakness, no fear will ever stand in your way again. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the teacher. Pain is the hammer that shapes the mind, the fire that forges mental toughness. And yet, most people run from it. They hide. They numb themselves. They distract themselves with comfort and entertainment because the truth is terrifying. To grow, to conquer, to become unbreakable, you must walk through fire. Every time your legs burn on a run, every time your body screams during a workout, every time your heart pounds and your lungs scream for air, that is not weakness. That is not failure. That is feedback. That is the signal that you are moving forward. That is the price of growth. Pain is the language of progress. And if you never learn to listen, you will never understand the power that comes from embracing discomfort. Think about it. What separates the weak from the relentless? The answer is suffering. The weak avoid it. The relentless seek it. They know the mind only strengthens when it is pushed beyond its comfort zone. They know that comfort is the silent killer of potential. Every easy day, every skip struggle, every moment you choose ease over effort, you shrink. You become softer. Your mind loses resilience. You lose the ability to dominate yourself. Discipline is forged in suffering. Strength is built in pain. Mental toughness is grown in discomfort. Imagine iron sharpening iron. Imagine calluses forming not just on your hands, but on your soul. Every day you endure what others flee from. Every day you choose the hard path. You build invisible layers of resilience that no one can take from you. The world will throw fire at you, and when it does, you will not break. You will bend, yes, but only to rise stronger. Consider a marathon. The pain in your legs, the burning in your lungs, the fatigue in every fiber of your body, that is the currency you pay for mental dominance. Each step you take, no matter how painful, compounds into a victory over your mind. Every stride is a reminder that weakness is optional. Pain is temporary. Greatness is earned one grueling step at a time. You cannot shortcut this. You cannot skip the suffering. It will find you anyway in life, in work, in relationships. But you can choose to face it head on, to use it as fuel rather than a weapon against yourself. Every time you endure, every time you persevere, when your mind screams quit, you gain something no one else has. You gain power over yourself. You gain the unshakable certainty that no obstacle, no discomfort, no pain can control you. Suffering teaches extreme ownership. When the fire burns, you have no one to blame. You have only yourself, your preparation, your effort. You learn to rely on nothing but your own mind and body. You learn that comfort was an illusion. You learn that growth is never polite, never easy, and never waiting for permission. Growth is brutal, relentless, and it demands everything. Picture it. You are in a dark room, alone, exhausted, every muscle screaming, sweat pouring, your lungs on fire. Most would quit, most would turn away, but not you. You endure. You move one step further, one rep longer, 1 second harder. The discomfort sharpens your mind like a blade. The suffering hammers your soul into unbreakable steel. And when the world tries to push you down, nothing can hold you. Because you have walked through fire before. You have looked pain in the face and refused to blink. Ask yourself now, what suffering are you avoiding today? What challenge have you postponed because it's uncomfortable? That discomfort is your gym, your training ground, your proving ground. Stop avoiding it. Stop hiding from it. Seek it. Face it. Endure it. Feed it into the beast you awakened earlier. Every day you do, your mind grows stronger, your will becomes indestructible, your discipline becomes unstoppable. This is not easy. It will never be easy. But nothing worth dominating in life is ever easy. You want mental toughness? You want unbreakable discipline? You want to be unstoppable? Then embrace suffering. Step into the fire. Sweat, ache, burn, bleed if necessary. Endure, persist. Rise. Every moment you choose discomfort, you feed the beast inside. Every moment you choose to face pain, you conquer yourself. And from that place, nothing in the world can defeat you. Look in the mirror. Not the casual glance, not the reflection you see while brushing your teeth. Really look. Stare until the lies you've been telling yourself crack. Every excuse you've whispered to feel safe, every justification you've hidden behind, every reason you've told yourself why you couldn't, they all appear there, staring back at you. That reflection, that's the truth. That's the unflinching reality of who you've been. And if you can't face it, if you can't own it, nothing else matters. Excuses are poison. They're the soft lies that lull you to sleep while your potential rots. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. I can't handle it yet. That voice in your head that keeps you small, weak, comfortable, it's a liar. And right now it's time to burn the lie down. To rip it out by the roots and expose the raw, naked truth. You must kill the excuses. Because until you do, you will never fight at full strength. Grab a mental pen and list every way you sabotage yourself. Every missed opportunity, every task you put off, every moment you let fear win, every time you chose comfort over discipline. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't soften the edges. Name them all. Write them across your mind's page, like fire across a battlefield. Because once you see the full list, once you feel it in your gut, Only then will you understand the depth of the chains holding you. Only then will you have the fuel for real change. Now, take responsibility for each one. No excuses, no justification. Own every failure, every shortcoming, every weakness. That is your power. That is where growth begins. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming other people. Stop blaming luck or the world. The only person responsible for the path you've taken is you. Every missed opportunity is a reflection of your choices. Every moment of weakness is a mirror of your discipline. And if you can't accept that, you will never move forward. Imagine a warrior standing before a battlefield, staring into his reflection in a pool of water. He sees every scar, every mistake, every moment he has faltered. And yet he doesn't flinch. He doesn't turn away. He stares, he acknowledges, he owns it. That reflection doesn't shame him, it fuels him. Every flaw, every error becomes ammunition. Every failure becomes a weapon in his hands. That warrior is you. That mirror is your truth. And the battlefield is life, and it won't wait for you to get comfortable. Excuses are flames, and they will burn you alive if you let them. The only way to survive is to walk through fire willingly. Look at your reflection and let the fire consume the lies. Let it purify your weakness. Let it scorch the cowardice that hides behind your comfort. When the flames touch your soul, you are reborn, not fragile, not hesitant, but accountable, disciplined, relentless. That is the transformation that comes from facing yourself without flinching. That is the rebirth that happens when excuses die. Ask yourself, how many times have you turned away from your truth? How many times have you avoided confrontation because it hurts too much? How many times have you told yourself it's someone else's fault, someone else's problem? That stops now. Every excuse is a chain. Every justification is a prison. And today you rip them apart. You face your weaknesses, you stare at them until they shrink, until they submit, until they fuel the beast inside. This is the part most people cannot handle. Most people will look away. Most people will continue to hide in the soft cocoon of mediocrity. But you've awakened. And awakening comes with responsibility, with courage, with the willingness to burn the bridges of comfort and confront the brutal truth of yourself. There is no room for half measures. There is no room for denial. There is no room for excuses. Only truth, only accountability, only relentless pursuit of the version of yourself that refuses to quit. And when you've done this, when you've stared into the mirror and seen every failure, every weakness, every chain you've allowed to bind you, you feel it. That fire, that hunger, that undeniable shift in your soul, that's the moment you step into the next level of mental toughness. That's when excuses no longer control you. That's when the beast inside feels the first true surge of fuel, ready to strike, ready to dominate, ready to push through every limitation that remains. Face the mirror, kill the excuses, feed the beast. Own yourself. There is no other way. How far are you willing to go? I don't mean just today. I mean in every moment of your life. How far will you push yourself when everything in your body is screaming to stop? When your mind is telling you you're done? Most people never reach this point. Most people quit before the fight even begins. Most people never come close to touching the raw potential buried inside them. And yet, here you are, you've awakened the beast. You've stared into the mirror and burned the excuses. Now it's time to break through. Imagine standing at the base of a sheer cliff in the middle of a storm. The wind slams into you, rain stings your face, the rocks are slick and treacherous, and your hands are raw from gripping the stone. Every step is agony. Every move could be your last if you slip. Every fiber of your being begs you to turn back, to quit, to go home. But you don't. You keep climbing, one grip at a time, one foot planted in pain. One breath, ragged, refusing to surrender. That cliff, that storm, that is your mental ceiling. And right now it's time to break through it. Here's the truth. Only a tiny fraction of people ever push past the limits that define them. Only a few will stare fear in the face and continue anyway. That's who wins. That's who dominates. That's who refuses to let weakness define them. And here's another truth. If you've never been to your breaking point, if you've never truly felt the edge of your own failure, you've never tapped into the power you carry inside, close your eyes for a moment and feel it. The imagined failure, the fear, the fatigue, the self-doubt. Let it rise. Let it hit your chest. Let it pound against your ribs. And then move through it. Move through it with relentless aggression. Feel the fire in your mind turning fear into fuel. Feel the storm outside your body becoming a storm you command inside. This is where the beast thrives. This is where you grow. This is where limits cease to exist. Visualize the phoenix rising from ashes. The chaos of life, the pain, the failures, the setbacks, they are your ashes. And from them you rise, not fragile, not timid, not waiting for permission. You rise stronger, harder, sharper. Every setback, every obstacle, every moment of suffering, it becomes energy. Energy that propels you beyond the weak, beyond the comfortable, beyond the people who settle for enough. Now, feel the pressure. Feel the weight of your life, your responsibilities, your failures. Let it crush you for a moment. Let it suffocate you. Because if you can endure that, if you can move while crushed, while suffocated, while every fiber of your body is begging you to stop, then you can endure anything. Every barrier, every fear, every mental limit you've ever faced shatters under this relentless, unyielding pressure. That is what breaking your mental ceiling feels like. And it is glorious. Ask yourself, how many times have you quit because it got hard? How many times have you backed down because discomfort whispered in your ear? That stops now, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, every hesitation is a chain. Every doubt is a prison. Every second you wait to push through, you feed weakness. You feed mediocrity. And you've already killed excuses once you're not going back. Push further, push harder. Visualize yourself at the top of the cliff. The storm still rages, but you are above it. You see the world below. You see what you overcame. Every drop of sweat, every scream, every tear, every moment you wanted to quit, it built you. Every mental wall you broke, every fear you stared down, every shred of doubt you crushed, that is victory. And the best part, that strength doesn't disappear. It stays with you. It becomes permanent, unshakable, untouchable. The path is not clean. The path is not fair. The path is brutal, chaotic, unrelenting. But that is life. And this is your chance to master it. This is the moment where your mind learns what it is capable of. This is the crucible that separates the weak from the relentless, the comfortable from the unstoppable. Step into it fully. Commit. Feel the pain, own it, let it feed the beast, and then rise above it stronger than ever. When you emerge from this fire, from this storm, from this chaos, you will never look at life the same way again. You will no longer fear discomfort. You will no longer accept excuses. You will no longer be defined by limits because you have destroyed them. You have stared at your ceiling, at your fear, at your pain, and you have ripped it down with your bare hands. You are unstoppable. You are relentless. You are the storm. Most people think freedom means doing whatever they want, sleeping late, skipping the hard work, following every whim. That's not freedom, that's slavery. Slavery to comfort, slavery to impulse, slavery to weakness. True freedom is the opposite. True freedom comes from control, total control over your mind, your body, your time, your actions. Discipline is the key. Discipline is the weapon. Discipline is what allows you to move through life untouchable, unbreakable, unstoppable. Structure is not a cage. Structure is a scaffold. Structure is the invisible backbone that supports every victory, every achievement, every success you've ever dreamed of. Without it, chaos takes over. Your mind wanders, your body weakens, your excuses grow. Habits, routines, schedules, they may feel restrictive at first, but in reality, they liberate you. They give you power over the one thing the world can never give back, your time. They turn weakness into strength, laziness into momentum, hesitation into action. Imagine soldiers standing in formation at dawn. Each movement precise, each action intentional, each mind focused on the mission. To an outsider, it looks rigid, controlled, even suffocating. But the truth, those soldiers are free in a way most people never experience. They don't flinch, they don't panic, they don't let distraction or chaos dictate their path. They move with purpose, with power, with clarity, and that is freedom. The structure doesn't bind them, it unleashes them. Discipline works the same way in your life. You might resist it at first. You might hate it at first. But the moment you start controlling your time, controlling your habits, controlling your mind, everything changes. You stop reacting to the world. You start commanding it. Waking up early becomes your weapon. Eating clean, training your body, pushing your limits, they become your armor. Daily rituals, when executed relentlessly, build an unshakable fortress around your potential. Chaos hits, obstacles appear. Life gets brutal, but the fortress remains. You move with power, not panic. You act, not react. You are free. Think of a river. It flows within boundaries, contained yet unstoppable. The river doesn't wander aimlessly. It doesn't dilute itself in every random path. It channels its energy with precision, hitting obstacles with force, cutting valleys through rock, carving paths that nothing can undo. Discipline is that river in your life. Boundaries are not weakness. They are the channels through which your power flows. The more structure you build, the stronger your momentum, the faster your growth, the more unstoppable your mind becomes. Extreme accountability is the engine of this freedom. You cannot rely on motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It dies when the challenge gets real. Discipline survives when motivation fails. And the only way to build that discipline is to hold yourself accountable for everything. Your choices, your time, your failures, your victories. No excuses, no blame, no hiding. You must answer to yourself every day, every hour, every second. What did you do with your time? What did you refuse? What did you conquer? And if the answer is anything less than absolute effort, fix it, correct it, hit harder tomorrow. Here's the truth most people never admit. The more rules you impose on yourself, the freer you become. The more rigor in your life, the less chaos can touch you. The more structure you embrace, the less fear controls you. Discipline builds strength that nothing can erode. The weak see structure as a prison. The relentless see it as liberation. The weak follow the path of least resistance. The relentless create their path and move through it with unstoppable momentum. Ask yourself, what rituals define you? What daily actions demand your best? Are you wasting hours drifting through distraction, wandering through life aimlessly? Or are you training your mind, commanding your body, dominating your day with relentless precision? Every habit you build is a weapon. Every rule you enforce on yourself is freedom. Every moment you choose discipline over laziness, discomfort over ease, action over excuses, you become untouchable. You become the storm. Control is not optional. Discipline is not optional. If you want freedom, if you want to dominate life instead of letting it dominate you, you must enforce structure, hold yourself accountable, and embrace the grind every single day. The chaos will come. The pain will come. The distractions, the fear, the doubt, they will all arrive to try and steal your life. But if your mind is trained, your body conditioned, your actions deliberate, none of it can touch you. You are free. Absolute freedom, not the shallow kind. The kind that comes from total mastery of yourself. Discipline is freedom. Structure is power. Rules create liberty. Habits build unstoppable force. Control your life. Command your mind. Dominate your actions. And you will never be a victim again. You are no longer the person who made excuses. You are no longer the person who hid behind comfort. That identity, the one that whispered lies, the one that let fear dictate every choice, the one that said, maybe tomorrow while your potential rotted is here now. You have faced the beast, stared into the fire, broken the chains of weakness, and stepped into a new version of yourself. That is your power. That is your identity, and it is ruthless. Your old self measured life in safety. Your new self measures life in accountability. Every choice you make now is a statement. I am in control. I own myself. I do not quit. Mental toughness is not a trait you are born with. It is hammered into you, forged in pain, repeated in discipline, strengthened by daily confrontation with weakness. You build it one choice at a time, one refusal to quit, one moment of deliberate action after another. Every time you push past the urge to back down, you chip away at the old identity, reshaping the steel of your mind. Picture a forge. Raw steel lies on the anvil, cold, unshaped, untested. And then the hammer falls. Strike after strike, the steel bends, twists, and burns under the heat. Each blow shapes it. Each strike strengthens it. And when the hammering is finished, the steel is no longer raw, it is a blade. Sharp, unbreakable, ruthless. That is what your mind is becoming. Every challenge you face, every hour of discipline, every uncomfortable moment you endure, hammers the old self into a new weapon. A weapon of mental dominance. Language shapes identity. What you say to yourself matters more than anything else. The words you repeat, the statements you allow to live in your mind define who you are. I don't quit. I endure. I take ownership. These are not slogans. They are contracts you sign with yourself every day, every moment. They are the foundation of the relentless identity. Every time you tell yourself you can't, every time you whisper weakness, that is the old self speaking. Stop it. Replace it with strength. Replace it with accountability. Replace it with fire. Discipline is loyalty to self. Imagine a wolf pack in the wild. Each wolf is loyal to the pack, yes, but first, each wolf is loyal to itself. It sharpens its claws, it strengthens its jaws. It hunts relentlessly. It endures hunger, cold, pain. Only after mastering itself can it contribute to the strength of the pack. You are the lone wolf of your own life. You owe loyalty to yourself first. Every choice you make, every action you take, every day you endure without excuses, you sharpen the fangs of your identity. You become unstoppable. Old habits die hard, but identity is forged in repetition. Mental toughness is built in the mundane as much as in the extraordinary. The grind, the pain, the suffering, they are the workshops where the relentless are created. You don't just feel different, you act different, you think different. And when the world tests you, when challenges hit, when failure tries to define you, you respond with the language of your new self. Relentless, disciplined, unbreakable. Ask yourself, who are you choosing to be today? Are you still clinging to the comfort and excuses of your past, letting fear whisper in your ear? Or are you stepping fully into the person who refuses to quit, who owns every moment, who fights relentlessly for mastery over mind, body, and life itself. Every choice, every sacrifice, every moment you endure builds the fortress of this new identity. Every refusal to give in strengthens it. Every step forward in discomfort hammers it deeper into your soul. Visualize it. The raw steel now transformed into a blade. You hold it in your hands. It is heavy, tempered, precise, deadly. You are that blade. The fire, the hammer, the pain, they have shaped you. And now you move through the world with clarity, with focus, with relentless intent. No one can break you. No weakness can claim you. No excuse can find purchase. You are disciplined. You are accountable. You are the relentless. This identity is not optional. It is not temporary. Once forged, it demands everything of you. You can't go back to the old self and live with integrity. Every day, you will feed it, sharpen it, push it further. Every challenge will become an opportunity to reinforce it. Every discomfort, every pain, every obstacle is another strike of the hammer, another layer of fire, another test of the blade that you have become. You are not just training your mind anymore. You are transforming it. You are becoming the person who no circumstance can defeat, no fear can stop, no weakness can enslave. You are relentless. You are unbreakable. And every choice you make from this moment forward is a reflection of that identity. Weakness is always there, lurking in the corners of your mind, creeping into your actions, hiding in your comfort. And if you ignore it, it grows, it expands, it becomes stronger than you. Every moment you avoid it, every excuse you hide behind, every time you choose ease over effort, that weakness digs in deeper. But here's the truth. Weakness is not permanent. It can be broken. It can be destroyed. You just have to attack it every single day. Start by identifying it. Not superficially, not casually. Look at yourself with brutal honesty. Where do you crumble? Where does fear control you? Where do your habits betray you? Maybe it's your mind that gives up first. Maybe it's your body that folds under stress. Maybe it's your emotions that rule your decisions. Whatever it is, name it, confront it, own it. That is the first step to domination. And once you see it, attack it. Every day, schedule small, painful actions that push the boundaries of that weakness. Mental weakness, train your mind relentlessly. Force yourself to focus when your attention wants to scatter. Sit in discomfort, read difficult material, meditate in silence when your instincts scream for distraction. Physical weakness, push your body past the pain it wants to surrender at. Run farther, lift heavier, do one more rep, one more mile, one more round when every cell in your body says stop. Emotional weakness, face what you fear to feel, confront conversations you've been avoiding, speak truths you've been hiding. Sit with the discomfort until it becomes fuel rather than poison. Think of it like a gym for your life. Every weakness is a weight, every fear is resistance, and every small daily action is a repetition, a rep, a set that strengthens you. The muscles of your mind, body, and spirit respond only to this pressure. Avoid the weight and you stay weak. Embrace it, lift it, wrestle with it, and you grow stronger than you ever thought possible. The load you avoid today is the load that will crush you tomorrow if left untouched. So lift it daily. Visualize climbing a hill. The first time it's steep, every step hurts. Your legs burn, your lungs scream, but you make it to the top. That's progress. The next day, the hill is the same height, but you push faster, harder, heavier. The third day, you add a pack on your back, more resistance. Every day, you make it harder than yesterday. Every day, your body, your mind, and your spirit expand. That's how weakness is conquered. Slowly, deliberately, relentlessly. Every step is a choice. Every choice is a strike against who you were yesterday. Discomfort is the currency of transformation. You can chase comfort all you want, but comfort never gives you growth. Comfort never gives you freedom. Growth, mastery, mental toughness, they are all earned in suffering. Seek the moments that make you flinch. Seek the work that scares you. Seek the tasks that test your limits. That is where the magic happens. That is where the beast inside thrives. That is where weakness is turned to power. Ask yourself now, what have you been avoiding? What task, what action, what confrontation have you been postponing because it's hard, because it hurts, because it's uncomfortable? That is your weakness. That is your target. And today, this hour, this moment is when you begin to attack it. Not perfectly, not effortlessly, brutally, relentlessly. Every repetition matters. Every moment counts. Every action feeds the version of yourself that refuses to quit. Remember, consistency kills weakness. Small, painful actions repeated daily compound into unstoppable momentum. One rep today, 1 mile tomorrow, one confrontation the next. Over time, they create a person no obstacle can stop, no fear can intimidate, no challenge can defeat. Weakness shrinks, confidence expands, discipline solidifies, Identity is cemented, and when you look in the mirror, you see not the person who used to flinch, hide, or quit, but the relentless force you've trained yourself to become. So lift the load you avoid, step into the discomfort you dread, face the fears you hide from, confront the truths you run from. Every day, every hour, every moment. That is how weaknesses die. That is how power is born. That is how you take control of the one thing no one else can steal: your mind, your body, your life. Conquer it daily and you become unstoppable. Every morning the war begins, not outside, not in some distant battlefield. The war begins inside your mind. Your laziness, your fear, your self-doubt, your excuses, they are the enemy army, patient, cunning, waiting for you to lower your guard. One moment of hesitation, one glance toward comfort, one whisper of, "I'll start tomorrow," and they breach your defenses. And make no mistake, if you lose this war inside, the battles outside will destroy you. Life will punish weakness, and every time you back down, that punishment compounds. Your mind is the front line. Every thought is a soldier. Every choice is a weapon. And right now, you must take command. Laziness, cut it down. Fear, crush it before it takes root. Excuses, annihilate them without mercy. There is no negotiation. Every second you hesitate, every moment you ignore the battle, the enemy grows stronger. The war does not wait for you to feel ready. The war is now. Picture yourself on a battlefield at dawn. Fog hangs low. The smell of sweat and steel fills the air. Across the field, the enemy waits, relentless, merciless, hungry to destroy you. And you stand alone, armor scratched, muscles aching, lungs burning, but your mind sharp, your spirit unbroken. Every morning you step into that arena. The world may not see your fight. No one may cheer you on, but it is real. Every rep, every mile, every uncomfortable decision is combat. Every time you push through and your body screams quit, you win a skirmish. And those victories build an army inside you that cannot be defeated. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is reconnaissance. Fear shows where the enemy is waiting, where weakness tries to infiltrate, where your comfort clings the tightest. Use it, study it, attack where it tries to hold you back. Laziness is the coward in your ranks, whispering betrayal, telling you to quit, to hide, to settle. Excuses are the saboteurs, secretly undermining your progress while you nod politely and ignore them. And yet, courage doesn't arrive magically. You must summon it, snatch it by the throat, drag it into the fight, own it. Relentless persistence is your weapon. Mental endurance is your shield. Both are forged in the fires of daily battle. Every day you face the enemy inside, every day you refuse to back down, you strengthen these tools. The more you fight, the more the enemy learns to fear you. Weakness trembles, comfort cowers. Eventually nothing can stand in your way. Visualize the gladiator arena. You enter alone, no crowd, no cheers. Across from you stand every weakness you've ever harbored, every fear, every skipped workout, every hesitation, every unmade decision. And you fight, not for glory, not for applause. You fight because surrender is impossible. You fight because you made a contract with yourself, never back down. Every punch, every strike, every forward step is a declaration. I own myself. I control this battlefield. I will not yield. But let's go deeper. Every morning you wake, the alarm screams and your body protests. Stay in bed, it whispers. Rest. You've done enough. It's okay to relax. That is the enemy trying to reclaim its territory. Your mind wants comfort. Your body wants ease. Your old self wants to quit. And in that split second, you have to decide, will you listen to the soft voice or will you embrace the storm? Will you rise? No matter how painful, no matter how inconvenient, no matter how uncomfortable. That is the measure of the relentless. The war is endless. There is no truce, no break, no moment where you can declare victory for good. Life does not pause. Discomfort does not relent. Pain does not wait. But here's the truth. Every time you endure, every time you persist, every time you attack your weaknesses inside, you grow stronger, sharper, faster. You become a warrior whose mind cannot be broken, whose will cannot be bent, whose spirit refuses defeat. You are unstoppable. Ask yourself now, when the alarm rings tomorrow, when the fatigue hits, when excuses whisper, will you answer them? Will you step onto the battlefield again and fight with every ounce of strength, every shred of discipline, every spark of relentless energy you possess? Or will you shrink, like the millions who allow their weaknesses to dictate their lives? Look at the battlefield you carry inside your skull. Every decision, every thought, every action is a skirmish. Every time you quit, every time you pause, every time you hesitate, the enemy regains ground. But every time you push forward, endure, attack discomfort, and refuse to bend, you reclaim territory. Every day is a campaign, every week is a war, every month is a siege, and by the time this war has been fought for years, the weak will have quit, but you You endure, you dominate. You own the battlefield of your mind. Think bigger. Life doesn't just test you once. It throws storms, failures, heartbreaks, injuries, betrayals, doubts, and pain. And it will continue to do so. You cannot avoid these battles. You cannot dodge them. They will arrive uninvited every single day. The only way to survive and thrive is to make sure that when they do, you are ready. That your mind, body, and spirit have been trained to fight every second, every day, without hesitation, without mercy, without compromise. Every morning is a campaign. Every day is a battle. Every decision is a skirmish. And when the war has been waged for years, the weak will have crumbled, the lazy will have vanished, the fearful will have surrendered. But you will endure, you will dominate. You will win the war inside that defines the war outside. You will rise unbroken, you will move through life untouchable, you will be the storm, you will be relentless. You will never ever back down. Look at your life. Every choice, every moment, every breath, you are the commander. There are no excuses left, none. The clock is ticking. The world does not wait. Comfort will try to seduce you one last time. Fear will try to whisper in your ear, and weakness will crawl up from the shadows. But you are awake. You have faced the beast. You have stared into fire. You have broken the chains of laziness, fear, and doubt. And now, you are ready to step into your full power. Life does not reward the timid. It does not reward the hesitant. It does not hand out victory to those who wait for permission. Life responds only to action, to relentless pursuit, to people who refuse to quit, refuse to back down, and refuse to hide. You have trained your mind, your body, your spirit to endure. You have faced suffering. You have confronted weakness. You have destroyed excuses. And all of it was not for nothing. It was for this moment. Visualize it. A storm rises over the peaks of a mountain. The wind screams, lightning splits the sky. Rain lashes against rocks. The storm does not ask permission. It does not hesitate. It does not wait. It is raw, unstoppable, relentless. That storm is you. You are the storm. Your mind cannot be broken. Your will cannot be bent. Your potential cannot be stolen. Every choice, every sacrifice, every moment of pain you have endured has built this force inside you. And now, it is unleashed. The warrior stands alone at dawn. The air is crisp, the ground cold. Muscles ache, lungs burn, heart pounding. No one is cheering, no one is watching. Yet the warrior does not flinch. He does not step back. Every obstacle, every fear, every doubt he has faced has led to this moment. And in the silence, he is unshakable. That is you. That is the version of yourself you have fought for. That is the relentless, disciplined, unbreakable self, the one who will rise today, tomorrow, and every day after, no matter what life throws. Pain is not your enemy. Fear is not your enemy. Weakness is not your enemy. They are your tools. They are the hammer and the forge, shaping you into someone no one can stop. Every time life has tried to break you, every time the world has pushed, every time the fire of suffering burned hotter than you thought you could endure, you didn't quit. You stood up. You moved forward. You grew stronger. And that is what makes you unstoppable. That is what makes you the storm. Ask yourself this: how much longer will you wait? How many more mornings will you let your excuses steal hours from your life? How many more days will you cower in comfort when the fire is waiting to ignite inside you? Today is your moment. Today, you take action. Today, you do not negotiate with fear. Today, you commit fully. The first brutal step doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Step into the storm. Step into action. Step into your relentless identity. Every setback you've endured, every scar you carry, every failure you've survived, they are not marks of defeat. They are trophies of war. They are proof that you have lived, that you have fought, that you are capable of rising when others fall. And now you take all of that, the pain, the struggle, the fire, and you wield it as a weapon. You are no longer running from discomfort. You are commanding it. You are bending it to your will. You are unstoppable. You are the storm. Your mind is sharper. Your focus is precise. Your discipline is unbreakable. Every cell in your body, every heartbeat, every thought, every decision is aligned with relentless action. You no longer wait. You no longer negotiate. You no longer give the enemy fear, laziness, doubt any ground. You move through life with force. You attack your goals with ferocity. You endure what others cannot. You achieve what others dare not attempt. And when you look back at the path you have carved, you will see nothing but proof. You are the storm. Now, embrace the suffering that comes. Seek it. Welcome it. The storm does not avoid the rocks, the trees, the lightning, or the wind. The storm moves through it, over it, crushing it beneath its power. So move through life like the storm. Crush the excuses. Overwhelm the fear. Tear apart the weakness. The challenges you face are not roadblocks. They are fuel. They are the wind that pushes you faster, the fire that sharpens your mind, the hammer that builds your identity. Hear me clearly. The person you have become, the relentless force you are cultivating inside yourself, is waiting for your action. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The storm is ready. The beast is awake. The fire is burning. All you have to do is step fully into it. Stop negotiating. Stop hesitating. Stop being gentle with yourself. The world is not gentle. Life is not gentle. And neither can you be. You must move with absolute, unstoppable force. Rise. Rise and claim what you have fought for. Rise and become the storm that nothing can stop. Rise and take every second of your life and dominate it. Rise and refuse to quit. Rise and live with a level of discipline, ferocity, and relentlessness that shakes the earth. Rise, because the only person standing in your way was always yourself. And now you are gone. The old self is dead. The excuses are buried. The fear is shattered. And you are the storm. Step into it, own it, live it, and never ever back down.